Hey, what's up guys? This is King Fox and today I'm going to talk about builds. I'm going to talk about you guys being creative. I'm going to talk about you guys enjoying the freedoms of actually building whatever you want. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I see so many people trying to follow meta battle builds or snow crows or something like that in the open world. And let me just explain this to you guys. There's only one place that efficient builds are required, and that's raid. If you plan on raiding, if you want to do high-end in-game content, PvE, that's raiding, right? And the way to do that is to actually go on meta battle, or not meta battle, to be honest. Meta battle is more towards, like, you know, adventurous stuff. So actually meta battles is okay for what I'm trying to put out here, but you go to something like snow crows, you find a build, right, and you follow it. They teach you the rotation, they show you a video of the rotation, you go into the raid lobby and you actually learn how to do your rotations, and then you start watching raid videos and stuff like that, right? Outside of that, there is no requirement for any type of build whatsoever. Guys, please just be creative. Like, do whatever you want for your build. Like, you can make any type of build you want. The first step of doing this is learning your specializations. Now, I know a lot of people don't have the elite specializations, and I'm just gonna say it, you don't really need them. You don't, outside of raid, you don't need them. You can do absolutely fine. There's tons of builds out there that you can come up with. There's tons of skills and utility in the game or whatever. The only difference is everybody always wants to praise the new stuff on the block. You know what I mean? The new sneakers or whatever that new is. People want the new stuff, right? So then they kind of neglect the old stuff, and then they just miss out on things. You know, there's a lot of times where I've made PvP videos back when Reaper was out, just using Death Shroud for a long time. Matter of fact, you guys know that I use Reaper even before the recent Reaper buff over Scourge 24/7, because Reaper is just my shiznick. Like, I love it, and I love Death Shroud as well. I miss going into a shroud and being able to throw nukes down the alleyway or something like that. You get what I'm saying? So your specializations when you're new to the game, you know what I mean, when you level up, if you use an 80 boost, this shit's gonna be a lot harder for you. I'm not gonna even lie to you guys, it's gonna be so much harder for you because you're gonna have to learn all 5 of your specializations at once. If you take your time and actually level up, or you don't have to take your time leveling, like, you can bust through content like I do, right? But the thing is, you're leveling slowly, so you only can unlock one specialization at a time. You know what I'm saying? So you actually learn that and you start to understand what it's for. Like Spite, it's more towards like physical damage. What else does this do? Yeah, physical damage, might stacking or something like that. But I know that Curse is for conditions. I know that blood magic is for sustain slash support. I know that death magic, one of my favorite trees, is purely about pets and stuff like that, and just being tanky as well. Not that you're gonna be a tank or anything like that, because, well, if you're a necro, you're gonna be that. But this isn't a necro thing, guys. I'm just doing this on this character because this is the character that I know the most. You know what I mean? Like, I played Thief 2 years back in the day, non-stop in structured PvP, but I don't know anything about Thief today in today's game. You get what I'm saying? Because so much stuff changed, and I can't remember builds that I even use in my latest PvP videos for my necro or my Thief, to be honest with you guys. So it's not a whole, oh, what build are you running, or where'd you get it from, or anything like that with me. I pretty much changed my build up based on how I'm feeling. Like, oh, today there's a lot of mesmers up in there, I'm gonna definitely go Reaper and go Wells so I can AoE down the clone so they don't have anything to burst me with, right? That's an idea, and I'll stay that build until I get ran over by a Paragon Warrior or something like that. Then I'm like, oh, now I gotta bulk up, so I'm gonna go Minion Master. You know what I'm saying? Minion Master, Blood Magic, Spite, or something like that, or Reaper. And I'm gonna run, you know, maybe a full tanky set or whatever, so I can get like, because the thing is about necro is I know that even if I go super tanky, I still have enough damage to like out out sustain just about every other class in the game, even in full berserker. And this is why it's so hard to move on from necro. Even in full berserker, you are still tankier than some bunker classes, some classes that go like full bunker build and stuff like that. So Reaper, not just Reaper, but Necromancer in general is just a complete monster. Base, Reaper, or Scourge, all three of them are just absolutely monsters, and there's answers for every class. All right, there's answers to beat every class in this one class. Now, the reason why I can say that is because I have so much experience on this class. I know, you know, how to counter people, whatever, but just me countering one person means that I'm gonna get countered by someone else. That's the crazy thing about the builds in this game, right? So like I said, I changed to a well build to blow up mesmers, and now warriors are down my throat. I changed to a tanky build to bang out warriors, and now I have to deal with what you call it, thieves or something like that. So it's like a big circle, and that's why I can't really be like, oh, I do have one build out there, the Minion Master build. That's a base build, but like I said, even in that video, that you can change things around how you want it. Like, if you don't want to be a Reaper, you don't have to be a Reaper. You can be a regular Necromancer, or you can be a Scourge. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it, this is not a Necromancer guide build or anything like that. This is you have to learn your specializations. You have to go over your skills and see what's available to you. I understand these wills and stuff like that. You have to understand if you have certain damage, like the wells that I can lay down. I'm definitely, now they're unblockable, right? So that's a huge thing. Now people can't like bunker and just spam blocks and ages and stuff like that. It doesn't matter. Once I throw these wells down, they're going to convert your boons into conditions, and this one is going to do a massive amount of damage on a pad. So imagine both of these things ticking. It's almost like you're being jumped by 3 people, to be honest. It's kind of funny, right? So another thing, let's talk about base classes, right? So a lot of people don't think that base classes are viable. Actually, over the past couple years or whatever, they've actually been buffing the base classes, just like they did the second specializations, to bring them up to par with the rest of the game. Now, just because, you know, in Snow Crows or in raiding, everyone uses like the latest elite specializations, doesn't necessarily mean that every other spec and base class is weak. There's some, like, let me say, I think regular Guardian or whatever actually deals a crap load of damage. I think actually base Thief right now is probably #1 in structured PvP right now. So these things actually exist and they work. You don't necessarily have to have elite specializations to be viable. Like I said, I still use Death Shroud every once in a while. It's a really great skill. It's really fun. Like, look. Okay, so all the mobs ran away, but we're gonna use this thing. But it's just this cool range, and I really hate the new animation. What is this? Why am I throwing stuff and not throwing dark balls? I'm a Necromancer, not a goddamn axe chucker. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, man. All right, I'm done having a fit and throwing rocks. If anyone else has anything to add on to this video, please make sure you comment down in the comment sections below. Make sure you hit the join button if you want to support my channel. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and also buy my merch. You know I ain't got no merch yet, but I'm just getting used to saying it, because soon your boy might have some merch, right? Like that Necro meme I got.